So, Owen, it's good to see you. So we first met back in January, wasn't it? What was your situation at that point, and what was your career aspirations?
Well, I just started my second year of education. I'd already had a qualification in finance, but I couldn't get into a role. So I contacted you at Fortel. You emailed me to come down for like a chat, didn't you?
Yep.
And at the time, I was on the universal credit, so and I just found out about the Kickstarters as well. I was applying for other roles that weren't Kickstarters, but I wasn't even getting replies or anything. Nothing like
Okay.
that. No.
What did you want to achieve in terms of your career aspirations at that point?
At that time, I just wanted to at least break into the financial world, but I just couldn't even break in until the Kickstarter.
And what did you expect from the Kickstart scheme when you first became aware of it?
Just to train me in the office environment, this is my first ever office job as well. So just to train me in the office, introduce me to like the real life financials. Because all I've done is studied.
So for me, what stood out when your CV came across my desk was your commitment to a desire to pursue a financial career, and that became clear from you through your own efforts obtaining an an AAT level 1 and 2, and you were currently studying for an AAT level 3. And I found it quite odd that somebody with that aspiration and with those qualifications at an early stage in their career couldn't quite break into finance. So I was a little bit shocked and disappointed, but nevertheless, the Kickstart scheme was available to employers for this particular scenario. So that's what really stood out for me, and why I asked you late January to come into the office and have an informal chat. But on that basis, what was your impression of Fortel before you joined us?
Um, it seemed quite modern because obviously when I first came into the office, it's quite vibrant, bright. It looked like a nice place to work. You you're really straightforward with me and honest, and I think that's the way the companies come across as well.
Good. And do you remember that promise I made to you when we met?
Oh, I've got bad memory, Peter. You might have to refresh me.
Well, when we met, I asked you what you wanted to be, and you said that you wanted to be a finance director.
Yeah, I did.
And obviously, you know, from sort of small seedlings go great saps, really. So from that basis, I thought you were quite confident, although you were showing a nervousness because obviously it meant so much to you. But I was quite intrigued that you had those aspirations at such a early stage in your career, which is fantastic to see. It's not something that people demonstrate so much nowadays. But I was impressed by the fact that you had aspirations to be a finance director, and the commitment I made to you was that you know, if you were to accept a scheme with us, we would get you onto that route so that you can progress your training, experience, and career either with us or externally. So that was a commitment I made to you. And how do you feel that it's gone for you since January?
Oh, well, I'd say very well with obviously the new prospect, the new job, higher position as well. So I feel like the training really pushed me forward. It pushed me higher than I ever thought it could.
Mm, okay. And you mentioned at the beginning that you weren't really getting much response back from various schemes. I think you applied for Mazars as one of their Kickstart finance assistants. If you could have gone anywhere else, what drew you to Fortel?
For me, it's the people. I think I don't know, especially having you as a mentor. I think has really helped me towards what I want to achieve. Knowing, believing in myself. primarily as well. Not being as nervous, should I, thinking like, should I go for this? Or maybe not, because maybe I'm not good enough. But then you showed me that I am good enough to do that. So I think primarily with coming to Fortel is the people, I think.
And what path are you following in the future then? So obviously you've got some news, and I don't want to ruin it, but what's next for you?
Well, I think I finished my level 3 qualification within the next month. And then hopefully, well, I've applied to go into the ACCA after that. And once I'm qualified in that, hopefully work my way up to becoming a finance director.
Excellent. And you're no longer, as of today, part of the Kickstart scheme, are you? Because as of next week, you start a new role as a assistant accountant. Is that right?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
Excellent. And are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I've been prepared here, and I feel like I'm ready.
And that's a permanent position.
Yeah, permanent. Yeah.
Excellent. So we've achieved what the Kickstart scheme was designed to do, and that is to essentially get somebody like yourself with aspirations and a drive towards a career in a particular area. And in your instance, it was finance, with aspirations to be a finance director. And 6 months on, you now have a permanent contract as an assistant accountant, and you're going on to do your ACCA. How do you feel about that?
I'm very excited. I definitely couldn't have done it without the Kickstarter scheme. I think it's probably the best thing I've ever done in terms of work. It's I think without this, I still don't think I'd have a job yet, because the world it's so cutthroat. Like with zero experience, the Kickstarter scheme gave me that experience that I really needed. So,
well, you've only got yourself to thank for that. That's all down to you, Owen, and well done, personally, well done, and from all of us in Fortel. It's just incredible what you've achieved in such a short time. So I'm amazed, and you will do incredibly well in your new career. And if I need a finance director in the future, I'll definitely give you a call.
It's all good here, Peter. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Owen. I'll tell you what, I'll send you my private number, and then, when you're settled in, get your feet under the table, and then you and I can meet up. And like I say, mentoring doesn't stop when you move into a new role. It's important to have connections externally. And I made a commitment to you, and I continue to honour that commitment. So if you need anything, if you need some advice, or somebody to talk to about a particular situation at work that you're not used to, or anything like that, then you'll have my number. You're only around the corner, so I'm more than happy to support. And I'm sure if you need anything, we can help you.
Thank you.
Okay,
I really appreciate that.
No worries.